Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Baba Is You, where I think I have figured this out. I played with it a little bit more, I had some different ideas. The solution I think I found does not involve turning the bug into multiple other objects. I'm still glad that I realized that you can do that. It might well come in handy in the future. But I had a different thought. I was playing with that X is Y is X formation, and I realized something. You can... let me just show you. I could try to explain it in big abstract terms, but probably it'd be better to just show you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make... we're going to put the bug up here. Return the bug into a skull. I figured out... Basically, my problem, my thought process for figuring out the solution was, what in the hell are we supposed to do with this skull? Why is the word skull in the puzzle? And if we're doing X is Y is X, because of the fact that that necessarily ends with is Kiki, and we use the skull in some way, it has to be Kiki is skull is Kiki. So how would that help? Like, is that an avenue for solution? And you might be figuring out from the fact that we're even here doing this, yes, I think it is. Yes, I think I figured a thing out. So, we're going to come up here. We're going to, wait a minute. Oh, I need to not press left. I have to just pass the turn. Because if I press left, I swap the skull, and then the skull gets pushed out. Okay, everything's fine. Just gotta... Sometimes you have to do nothing at all. Sometimes the only way to do something is to do nothing. Alright. So we put this big spooky skull in here. And the solution... The way this works is Kiki's afraid of the skull and won't move past it because it's too spooky. No, I wish it was that easy. Here's what we gotta do instead. So we gotta... Let me see if I can reproduce my thought process. I had an idea, and then I spent a couple of seconds getting the recording ready, and now I'm gonna have to admit I'm a little shaky on what my idea was. So Kiki needs to become Kiki. Here's what we do. We're gonna put this right here. We're gonna put this right here. Aha. Okay. So the deal is, what we need is Kiki is skull is Kiki, while at least one thing is a skull and at least one thing is a Kiki. We don't want all of the objects strobing back and forth between the two states in unison. We want them to be offset. One thing turns into Kiki while the other thing turns into skull, and then vice versa. And the reason that that's a good idea, here, so I think we can just do this and this. No, sorry, I had to time this a little bit. We gotta let this Kiki walk over. This is probably not the optimal way to do this, but this is just the way that ensures that while they're moving, I have control over the timing. Okay, so now we swap to Kiki is skull is Kiki, and that means that this Kiki walks forward, swapping them because skull is swap, and then they switch states. The one in front that was Kiki becomes a skull, the one in back that was skull becomes Kiki, and they just repeat the process over and over again. And so while this thing slowly walks down here and makes flag win, these two just eternally swap positions. Check it out, I figured out a thing. Is this the right solution? Or is this the intended solution? Probably. My guess is probably, because this is the only way I could figure out to use the skull swap thing at all. It is very complicated, but we're just at the part of the game where the solutions are complicated sometimes. Alright. Let's enter the VIP area. I'd say we have earned it, for sure. Wall is not you, Kiki is defeat and not you. Very, very careful about what could be you in this situation. So we have a flag that could be made win if only we could cross all these damn Kikis. Right now Kiki is stop, and that doesn't really seem fixable. Not Baba can be you, which would give us control of the rocks, and that's it. The walls and the Kikis are not. The flag also, but remember, those things still can't cross the Kikis. The rocks aren't push or anything, so we can't slide a rock through here and then have it make flag is win. Baba is not you, obviously, pretty bad. We can make Kiki not stop anymore pretty easily by just coming down here and pushing this way and then shoving the Kiki down. But does that... how much does that help us? Once Kiki is not... Once there is no Kiki there, is there anything interesting we can do with that? We can make something Kiki. We could push the phrase over, push the Kiki down, and then push the phrase over again, and then you have is Kiki. I don't think I like that very much, though. If there's one thing this puzzle doesn't need, it's more Kiki. But how do we actually access flag is win? If Kiki is defeat and not you. Okay. There's a wall is wall, but there's no Kiki is Kiki. So maybe we're supposed to redefine something somehow? I have a question. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's just discover some stuff. What do you get? What do you get? Oh, right. You can't push this through to make Kiki is not stop, because Kiki is stop right now. Right now, that's the case. That's the way of things. My question is, actually, this will work for answering my question, because it does still give us 4 spaces vertically there. What do you get if you do, like, something is not Kiki? Like, what if... Okay, well, this is a little awkward, because we don't have a lot of nouns over here. But I was just, like, curious, what would happen if you made Baba is not Kiki? What would that do? Would it do anything? Inquiring minds want to know. I don't know how to make that happen, though, sadly. Okay, so we could do Baba is not Kiki if we got the Kiki down to there. We can make not Kiki is stop, which is super not helpful. We certainly don't want Baba is Kiki. It looks to me like the first part of the puzzle is solving this problem, getting the word Kiki over to here. Then we push Kiki down, and we try making Baba is not Kiki, and maybe that's like a thing. But how would we do that? How is do? We can't separate the phrase Kiki is stop. We can't push any of the stuff anywhere. Not Baba is you gives us control of the rocks. But why is that useful? Does that do anything fun at all? And the flag, of course, but we can't walk the flag across the Kikis, because right now they're stop, which is primary concern. What do we do with all these bodies? How does it help me to have all these bodies? Is not Baba is you? Ask yourselves. I mean, it gives us a Baba that is not you. Is that useful to us? We can't move him anywhere. We don't have access to a push. Yeah, I don't... Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We don't really have a lot of options right now. We don't have the option of just ignoring this puzzle. But I'm going to let that percolate a little bit, and we're going to go back in here. Because I would like to solve one more puzzle in here, and I bet that's happenable. I bet that could happen. What do we... So this one can't be very difficult, right? And I'm trying not to get too caught up on the half of a solution that I saw before. We're gonna rebuild it though. We're gonna see if if the problem is that it was a bad solution, or if the problem was that I missed something about it that is probably obvious. But you know, that's again the magic of the human brain, is that it's actually a real bad tool. It turns out. So we were doing this thing before. Oh, that's gotta be out of there. Okay, we've got our Baba cube now. And then the problem obviously is float and is hot. Prove it. Prove that is float and is hot. They say, and I say, I'm sorry, I can't. This is built in kind of a strange way. Like, what if we... Yo! Okay. Yep. I see a thing. Here's the thing. This right now, this not doing anything at all. It's actually useless. And the problem I think I'm having here is that once I did this, I was totally regarding this as like a cube of meaning. Like I made like it's Puzzle Fighter or something. That's dumb. That's a dumb way to feel. Because we only actually need the one ba for this part to be true. And that means we could do this thing and walk the other... Yep. That means we could just, like, solve the puzzle. What if we did a thing that was conducive to solving the puzzle? Bam. There you go. Three axes of Baba-ness. Hey, SB. I know you love Puzzle Fighter, but not all games are Puzzle Fighter. One day I'm going to learn that lesson. I swear to you. I need to stop being float. There we go. Okay. Flower earned, and well-deserved, I think. You know, eventually. So what, does that accomplish anything? Like, it doesn't really help me to have a 10th flower, I don't think. Oh, wait. Okay, no, I thought it was going to do another dramatic zoom out. Out of curiosity, that didn't happen to unlock Hot Tub Island, did it? No. Okay, I figured. Alright, back to the Sky Flower. Remember this world map? Remember this whole thing down there? That's still down there. There's a ton of levels we haven't done yet. Okay, we'll get back to them. Do I want to do... Yeah, let's take another quick look at these. Maybe there'll be another one that I will see the solution to as quickly as I saw that one. Okay, I remember this one. I remember having trouble with this. So... What is plan? Hey, when a thing is... Is that Kiki? That Kiki's float now. It's stop, though, right? I'm not going to be able to push the ice under it. How do you interact with this? I feel like I had a plan yesterday, but was my plan yesterday reliant on me pushing ice under the floating guys? Because that wouldn't work. It might have been. Here's the thing. I might be, you know... I don't want to alarm anyone, but I might have been working on false pretenses yesterday. That said, I don't want to alarm anyone about this either. I don't remember what I was planning. Because that's just my brain. Kiki near Baba is Kiki. Doesn't do anything. It's kind of a weird thing you can do. So it could be easy to redefine them as the same thing, but the core problem here is the stop, which we can't interact with? Wall and Baba and Kiki are all stop. We can redefine Kiki as Baba or Baba as Kiki, but neither one of those things lets us interact with either of these spaces in any way. Them being stop is a real problem, because it prevents us from, you know, putting stuff in the tiles. We can... Okay. Don't know. And then what was Star Drop? Oh, Star Drop was a thing we didn't even really look at. You sure can spell ghost. Once you make something a ghost, you can never make it unghost. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go back and work 8. If I'm gonna actually like work a puzzle, if we're gonna spend time really digging in on a thing, it should probably be the one puzzle that is blocking progress in every direction that we can see. I'm pleased that we managed to get a solution out of that, though. It's good for my brain, probably. Maybe. So... we have some things that we can play with, but they don't seem very helpful. And we have some obvious goals that seem unachievable. We just gotta pick a direction and start working the puzzle from one side. Is it either the things you can play with or the things you need to do? I guess let's try things you need to do. So, this has to happen. or somehow another word needs to get in there, but something has to be win, right? I think that's probably a fairly uncontroversial statement. How would we do that? We would have to get something past the Kikis, which means that both Kiki has to be stopped, Kiki has to no longer be stopped, and also we have to have an object that can be moved without being you, or we need to have a way of moving a Kiki. Neither of which seems to be possible. So we can press Kiki as stop to the right. We've been given access to the word stop for a reason. But what would we do with that? We only have the one noun. Not Baba is stop accomplishes actual nothing. It's already the case that everything in the puzzle is stop, right? Except for Baba and the rocks. Why do we have this other is too? I mean, we have this other is so that we can make a vertical phrase without breaking Baba is you. Oh, it's probably worth noting that we actually couldn't make anything is stop anyway, because this is only, there's not enough horizontal space if we push this over to the right. So yeah, that space over there just exists so that you can push from the side. We can do this and then make like not Baba is Kiki, but that's a nightmare. That just makes life so much worse. Who wants there to be more Kiki? I ask you. Is it me? No. And therefore, the opinion of that person doesn't matter. They're made up. Baba is Kiki. Got it. Did it. Killed it. This doesn't help, right? I'm going to do it anyway, despite the fact that I think it's bad. This is just going to make the rocks and the flag into Kiki. Yeah, it doesn't even mess with the walls or anything. Like, this is a thing we can do, but it's clearly counterproductive. So what else can we do? If you can't tell, I changed tactics already. We can take control of these rocks, but we can't do anything with them. Except that we could move them somewhere and then turn them into Kiki. Right? Is that actually the only thing we can do? I think so. Does it help to have to move the rocks somewhere and turn them into Kiki? Is that useful? No, not really. If we want to make Kiki not stop, how would we deal with that? How would we deal with this Kiki specifically? Let's think about the puzzle from that angle. We would either have to make it not Kiki, or we'd have to make it not stop. But making it not stop seems to be a precondition for making it not stop, so that's bad. We had to make it not Kiki, right? Okay, if we do not Baba is you, then we have two bodies, and that does allow us, we've learned from the past, that does allow us to break the rules about how words are moved sometimes, like we can move multiple parts of a phrase at the same time. Is that useful? If we, let's see, we still can't interact with this, like we couldn't make like Baba is Kiki and Baba is Kiki is stop or anything like that. It doesn't seem like it's useful. But we have so few things we can do that it almost seems like this must be an early step, right? Because we really have very few options here. This allows us to... Okay, you know what this does do? This allows us to move parts of this phrase around. Like, we could do... Here's a thing we literally can do. That's That's my standard for whether it might be part of the solution now. Bam, check that out. Now this is up here, and we can do Baba is not Kiki and see if it does anything, which I don't suspect that it will, but also it's a thing we can do, and we're so low on those right now that I think we have to take that very seriously. Baba is not Kiki. Okay, that's... Surprise, it didn't help. What else could we do? The only thing I thought that might do is either create more objects, like Baba is not Kiki, sort of like making extra rocks or something, or potentially allow me to interact with Kiki in a destructive fashion. But that probably, even if that did work, even if like X is not Y allows X to function as an eraser for Y, Kiki would still have to not be stop before that could happen. If we had two knots, we could do like a not Baba is not stop, right? And that would allow us to break the Kiki is stop, although it would also do some awkward things because it would lock the whole phrase Kiki is stop into the corner. Alright. Wind it back. So we discovered a thing we can do. Probably helpful. Possibly helpful. Not necessarily helpful. Neither Kiki nor wall can be you. It does seem like the breaking Kiki is stop really must be the first solution here, the first step, right? This is our first sub-objective. Baba is not Kiki, doesn't help. Not Kiki is stop, it doesn't help for more things to be stop. We need fewer things to be stop, I think. Kiki is stop not, just not going to do anything. That's just not how the language in the game works. Not Baba is you doesn't help. Baba is Kiki, and not Baba is you doesn't help because Kiki's still not you, and even if Kiki was you, you would immediately lose the puzzle. We can't move anything. This is frustrating. I'm sure that whatever I'm supposed to do here is fairly simple. So it is a little bit of a bummer to not see it. Baba is not you. Not helpful. We need something to be you. Not Baba is you. Gives you rocks. Extra bodies is cool. What else can we do with this not? Baba is not Kiki. But that's like really it, right? This not doesn't fit into the grammar in any other ways, because we can make a pretty limited number of total statements here. This spatial grammar thing is really throwing me for a loop, man. I don't know, this felt significant. I don't know what the value of it could possibly be, but it did feel like I had discovered something. What would that something be? Why is it useful to do this? That's not a thing you want to do ever. Not rock is rock. That'll show him. And it feels like this the space of the puzzle feels like it's designed for Baba is you on this row to be significant in some way. Again, we can't make like Baba is not stop. Oh hey, I have an interesting thought. I think I might have half of an idea. What if we do not Baba is you, then we have to be really careful about how we do this. But check this out. Okay, so the words are not stop, right? Now I can do this, and then if we make not Baba is you again, we can move that rock to the left and it'll shove these words apart. That solves one of our things, right? We have accomplished an objective. I have to be careful not to kill the flag, having done that. Real important that the flag not cease to exist. Okay, Kiki is no longer stopped. Kiki is still defeat, so you know, bad times, but what I actually probably want to do is keep Not Baba Is You for a moment and push this all the way over here. Right? That seems like it might be significant. Now we have this Kiki, but I don't know what to do with it. I mean, now that the Kiki's not stop anymore, we can try Baba Is Not Kiki and see if... My guess is that this is not going to do anything. This is not going to let me function as a deleter. I'm still gonna die when I touch a Kiki. Yeah, okay. But again, it was a thing we could do, so worth looking at. Should probably retrieve some words here. So why do they allow you to do this then? You could, okay, a little bit of setup work. You could make Baba Is Kiki not, which, you know, Borat would probably enjoy. That doesn't seem that helpful. Kiki is... we can make Kiki is something. We can make Kiki is not... we can make Kiki is not stop, but that doesn't help anybody. Actually, no, I can't do that. There's no way. If we use this method to separate Kiki is and stop, there's no way to push them back to... Well, no, that's not true. Hold on. If we back this up enough... Right, at this stage... No, we'd have to, in order to insert a word here, we'd have to push the phrase a considerable distance. Yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't let us do anything. We'd have to push Kiki is all the way to here, at which point there's no way to retrieve it. Okay. I feel good about, oops. feel good about making the puzzle impossible. I feel good about having figured this out. This feels significant. So... then what? We could do the Not Baba Is You thing to allow us to move the phrase Baba Is You up a step again. But that doesn't really help us. We could... we can push words through the Kikis now. Which does not help us. We have no way of moving an object that is not you, so we can't use sneaky methods to get a Baba, or to get a rock or a Baba past the Kikis over here. We have no way of generating upward force on the word flag still. But we could at least now get into the space. There's no word, there's no combination of things here that's going to give us control of the words. So it's not about pushing words through. The fact that this exists. Why does this exist? Why does this space exist? I was thinking that it might be about pushing the word Kiki down and allowing you to form a phrase, but we could already form a phrase in this space, right? It couldn't be a 5-character long phrase, but we already can't make a 5-character long phrase because we just don't have the grammar to construct one. If we had 2 knots, then it would be meaningful that we could do this, but we don't. What if the meaning of that space is something different? What if it's more about... What could it possibly be? It could potentially allow us to retrieve the word Kiki if we got something into this space, then push the Kiki is over and then change control and grab that thing and pushed upward with it. Would that even be useful? It would allow us to construct not Kiki is Baba. Not really all that interesting. It would allow us to construct not Kiki is you, which gives us control of the Baba and the Kiki and the flag, or the Baba and the rock and the flag all at the same time. But again, not actually a solution to anything. Also, even if we wanted to do it, actually, how would we? Because you can't have the Baba end up down there. It would have to be using the rocks, right? The two bodies at the same time. But no, it's not. I don't think it's possible. Because you'd have to use one rock to stick in this position to do the thing we did here. And then the other rock has to be able to break not Baba is you, which it can't do from that position, obviously. Boy, we have so many ises. We have a really weird number of ises. Usually, that's the thing that they really make our lives difficult on. So, okay, the fact that the word flag is here does allow us, now that Kiki is no longer stopped, does allow us to push words through here to create a phrase that, you know, has flag at the beginning of it. Is that useful? We can make, like, we can't do flag is you. We can make flag is Baba, which is not helpful. We could make flag is not something, but the only thing that it could not be is the phrase Baba is you. Right, the rocks let us, the fact that we can have two bodies at the same time, let us move the Baba and the extra is. Let us move the Baba and you around a lot, which is pretty unusual. And so I'm wondering if that's the purpose of the extra is to enable that maneuver, which would tell us that that maneuver needs to occur at some point during the puzzle, but I can't imagine when that would be exactly. Damn it. Stupid destructible body. There we go. Okay, so let's just get these guys the appropriate distance apart. Oh, didn't really think this through. Smart guy. Yeah, flag is able to be you is a little bit of a problem. So maybe that's the purpose of the flag and the not here, is we can make like flag is not you, but we can't really, because while we can move Baba is you around, we cannot change the orientation, I don't think. Can we? Is there a way to make this? No, I don't think there's a way to make Baba is you vertically. And even if there was, there's not enough space to make flag is not you, and also Baba is you. Yeah, okay. Okay. We made something happen that seemed useful. Can we use the technique developed for that to do anything else that's interesting? Not really. Maybe I have to do this in a slightly different way. If we... I'm trying to think if there's a way to do this such that... No, there's no way that stop can be retrievable. Because even if we didn't have to push it into the corner, there's no way to pull any of these words up, except for maybe doing this thing, but even if we did that, the only word we'd be able to pull up is Kiki. Well, in theory, I suppose, if we could figure out a way to get something down here and pull the word Kiki up, we could also pull the word is up, but we would never be able to retrieve stop still, because stop would end up on top of this Kiki, in a position where we can't get it back without dying. So... Again, if we had a second not, making like not Baba is not stop would be obviously, well, it would make the puzzle trivial, which would be nice. But there's nothing that we can make not stop that actually helps, right? Like even if we get the stop over into the corner here, which we do know we can do usefully. Because all you can do is Baba is not stop. That's the only... We have access to no other nouns. So we can get this Kiki over here. But it just doesn't seem to help. It does seem like the only meaningful thing you can do during this puzzle is make, like, Baba is not... The only thing we could do that would be teaching us a new thing, I mean, is, like, make Baba is not Kiki. Make noun is not other noun. And clearly that's not what we are supposed to do, but I just don't know what else to... We're severely limited. Possibilities are few. Okay, we can't go down, but also if I go up... Well, I guess I can do this. Yeah, I can put them back together this way. But we can't actually... Okay, I could do this. I'm trying to figure out a way to move the phrase Baba is you again. If we do this thing, it does actually become a little bit of a problem, doesn't it? Seems hard to do. But it also seems like there's no reason to do it, which... Pretty desperate here at this point for just, like, anything I can do that seems like it would be meaningful. Kiki is not stop would not accomplish anything. Even if we could, in theory, do it, which we can't, it would have the same meaning as what we have right now, where Kiki simply isn't stop, which is a thing that we have to maintain as different in meaning than Kiki is not stop. We could do the thing earlier in the puzzle where we shift the phrase Baba is you up by 1, which would allow us to make Baba is not Kiki. But we can also just make Baba is not Kiki by pushing the word Kiki down right now. Yeah, I'm having a really hard time figuring out why this part of the puzzle is built this way. I don't see a way that we could even potentially use that. This one is tough. And this is the bottleneck for everything. Right, we can't go anywhere else without this. We have a couple of extra puzzles in the ABC area. We have a couple of extra puzzles in the die pips area. But unfortunately, none of those will do anything. None of those will accomplish anything. We did have... Hold on a second. I was going to say we do already know where there's a level that has the word level in it, so we could maybe like try to work the world map thing. But I'm pretty sure we have to solve 8 for that to be meaningful, because the whole point of this rock and water puzzle on the overland map is to allow the cursor to get past the water, I'm assuming. So, yeah, we really are stuck. This is it. The VIP area is the only puzzle in the whole game that matters even a tiny little bit right now, which does make it more frustrating to work. So if we break Kiki as stop, the options that we have at that point are Baba is not Kiki, which doesn't do anything. Flag is not, but there's no way for us to put an adjective on the end of any sentence that starts with flag. Kiki is defeat, not sink, so there's no way to like use multiple bodies to defeat Kiki. Even if there was a way to do flag is you, it's not helpful. We can turn Baba into Kiki, which is bad, obviously. Right, there's no way to use an extra placeable Kiki. Yeah, because Kikis have no utility to us. We can't redefine the walls. We can't redefine the walls, and we can't make the walls not stop because we lack the number of knots that we would need. I am a little frustrated, and I'm sorry, y'all. I can't... This is the first time we've had a situation where we're completely locked behind one puzzle, and I just do not see what the hell we are supposed to do here. Alright, this is very early in the episode, but I think I'm just gonna call it here. I'm gonna stare at this wordlessly a little bit more off camera, because this is not a this is not a good use of your time. And when you let me throw up the overlay here. That is going to be it for us for today. I'm going to give this some cogitation. I'm going to spend some time with this. And when you come back next time, tomorrow, I will have some kind of idea. I don't know what that'll be, but hold on a second. Wait a minute. Come back here for a second. Do we... Not Kiki is... No, never mind. I thought I saw something. I was wrong. Back to the overlay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call it for today, and when you come back next time tomorrow, I will have some idea and we will try to move forward. And I'll see you then.